welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Why I do the show? You're here. I try to educate you, inform you, entertain you a little bit. Got my ever-present coffee in a styrofoam cup. Don't forget everything you see on the bottom of the screen. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Download the live stream app. You got Twitter or X, whatever it is today, Instagram, all them things on the bottom of the screen. Join the party. Now, this is going to be my last show until the 28th. The building where our studio is in Toms River, in Seaside Heights, it was sold, and they would like us out of here. They want to get in here and start doing a bunch of renovations. Property values in Seaside Heights have skyrocketed. It's almost like Jersey City down here. Every block has cookie cutter or Bayonne boxes, but they're different design than we see in Jersey City or Hudson County. But every house they build in Seaside Heights is the exact same house. They all look alike. One family that can easily be converted into 2 or 3 families. So we'll be back on the 28th. Done to downsize the studio, basically just get a big office and work out of there. We do the Toms River show down here, and it's nice to have an office. My kids got property down here in Seaside Heights, so it's good that I'm nearby. And to my wife, she may never come back to Jersey City. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. If she's down here, it's hard to get her to come back because of the COVID. All right, give you some turkey tips before we get on with the show. I get, as I said this for years and years, I get all turkey parts. I get thighs and legs. We get, I think, about 25 pounds of that. It's me, the kids, the family, and all that. And you cook the pieces up in the boiling bag in the oven, and it cooks a lot faster than a whole turkey. And again, everybody likes the dark meat. And, while that's going on, you cook the bird, take the legs out, you put in the stuffing and the turnips or whatever you need. Now, I make the stuffing and the turnips the night before, so when we pull the turkey out to let it cool, we put the trays in there. And as that, half hour, let everything cool down, and you start getting ready to serve. At that time, you're making your mashed potatoes and whatever the veggies you want. We get our pies at the Coach House. We'll order the pies on Tuesday, and we'll pick them up Thanksgiving morning. So we're all set for Thanksgiving. Doing that makes Thanksgiving just a lot simpler. Most of all you're doing on Thanksgiving Day is the turkey and whatever vegetables you want. Your stuffing, your turnips, all the big stuff's out of the way. The pies are ready. So if I forget, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Our topics today: the mental health response force in Jersey City was voted down 8-0. We've talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again. We're going to talk about animal shelters in Jersey City and in Hudson County, and the McGreevy paradox. The McGreevy of the past and the McGreevy of the present. You've got to make a decision. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. As I said in the opening, after the turkey tips and Thanksgiving tips, the City Council in Jersey City voted down the ordinance for the mental health response program. And it was with good reason. It made no sense. It was like from 10 to 2. No, 2 to 10. From 2 to 10, 5 days a week. Yeah, it's got to, if we're doing it, it's going to have to be 24/7, 365. You know, it's got to be every day, 24 hours a day. And on the show, we have spoken about this in the past, about the mental health task force, as I refer to it. We're back to square one with the city. And all 8 there, I forget, somebody was absent. I forget who was absent from the 9-member council. They all voted against it because it didn't fit. And that's the real question here. It doesn't fit for Jersey City. Now, the response task force was kind of built on Arrive Together. There's like 30 communities in New Jersey that utilizes Arrive Together. It's police, mental health people. Bayonne nearby has it. They use it. I'm not knocking it, but it doesn't fit us. And actually, from what I understand, it doesn't fit a lot. But we are the biggest, probably the biggest city in the state. We need to come up with a comprehensive program. For that matter, we should be looking at our program, looking at it county-wide. You got to bring a lot of people to the table. No sense, basically half-assing this. It has to be done right. So we need to make it fit Jersey City and make it fit Hudson County. So you got to bring in all the assets. In Jersey City, we have a lot of these assets here. And we need to bring them in. We need to go back to the drawing board. Now, sure, we need to go to the drawing board. We never went to it in the first place. We didn't go to the drawing board. We just went with an ordinance and a program that just didn't fit us. Jersey City, what we need to do, and the county, I want to keep putting the county in this. We need to bring all the assets we have to the table, and we have a lot of them in Jersey City. We got, of course, the Jersey City Medical Center. You got Rob Winston down there, a behavioral health expert, great guy, knows his stuff. I've dealt with him with situations in Hudson County with some issues, people with having some mental issues. You got CarePoint. They have behavioral departments in all of their hospitals. We have the Meadowview Psychiatric Hospital. Everybody keeps forgetting about that. The county actually runs a psychiatric hospital in Secaucus. There, and let's see, we got the private mental health organizations, one like Bridgeway. They're here in Jersey City. There are a lot of private psychiatrists in Jersey City and mental health experts. All these assets in the city have to be brought to the table. And that includes our health departments in Jersey City and, again, the counties. A lot of redundancy when you talk about Jersey City and a county. It's something somewhere down the line. As we go into the race for mayor, the very long campaign, these are the things we need to discuss with these candidates. And we'll get into that when we talk about the McGreevy paradox here. But shared services is really important. And here's an ideal situation for shared services. So we need to bring our health departments in. And most importantly, the Jersey City Police Department. They have to be at the table. They need to be at the head of the table. JCPD handles approximately 2,000 of these domestic disturbance calls a year. One went sideways, and they're still investigating it. But when you do 2,000 of these, and for years and years, they got a good handle on it. But it doesn't hurt to have another aspect to it. But what's really important when we bring all these assets to the table, one of the most important overriding factors is we can't put a civilian in a dangerous situation. The JCPD has to be one making the decisions here, along with the mental health expert. You can't put a psychiatrist or whatever mental health professional in a situation without protection. That scene, that situation has to be secured. So everybody's talking about, well, we don't need the police there. Yes, you do. If you ask a law enforcement person the most dangerous situation they get a call on, domestic disturbance. And I said before, there's really two types. Sad and mad. And sad, the guy's banging his head against a bedroom wall. The parents are concerned. He's depression, whatever the case is. That's it. Mad is that person has got a weapon. He could be holding hostages there. He's a danger to himself and others. Might be threatening to burn down a building. Even the sad can turn mad quickly. So you have to be aware of that. Sending in mental health professionals without protection, without securing that scene, at least securing it enough that the JCPD, law enforcement, is considering it safe for private civilians to go in. All these assets we talk about need to be brought to the table. They are part of the solution. But again, not just Jersey City. This isn't a situation that's unique to Jersey City. This is happening all over the country, all over the state. That's why this Arrive Together began. We need to take it a step further. And why? Because we have the ability and the assets to take it a step further. We have the hospitals. We have the private sector mental health experts. We have our own health and human services. We have our own social workers here. Bring all these assets to the table, and let's come up with a plan that works. And it's one that works 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. But again, I can't emphasize this enough. That situation, every call has to be secured. And the police department has to feel that this situation is safe now to bring unarmed civilians in to negotiate, or at least talk. Maybe it is negotiating I'm looking for, to enter a dialogue with this person that's having some sort of a situation. But make no mistake, JCPD or any law enforcement's got to be the lead in this. But we have all these mental health experts. We have them all in Jersey City and Hudson County. We need to utilize all those assets. And that's what Joyce Waterman has to do. She has to put together a committee to bring all these assets to the table and make it work. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching The City Show here. I'm here. You're there. Don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it almost sounds like I'm putting everything on the county. But here we go. The county has to be involved with the mental health, I believe. I believe it does. The more we can do shared services, the better it is for every municipality in the county. Instead of everybody having their own little department, we all work together, cuts down the expense. Animal shelters falls under this. Now, you may be aware Jersey City has decided not to go on with Liberty Humane for the animal sheltering here in Jersey City. And yeah, I don't know the whole situation. I've heard a lot about it. Was it ideal? Probably not. The city bringing it in-house? No, it's not ideal either. There has to be, again, bring the assets to the table here. And in this case, I really think the assets are all the municipalities. You could go countywide, or you just stay with the municipalities on the boulevard, whatever you want, where you want to do it. Bayonne, Hoboken, Union City, North Bergen, Guttenberg, West New York, Weehawken. They all have some sort of an animal, Seahawkers. They all have some sort of an animal situation, animal shelter, or an animal concern. Some of them contracted with Liberty Humane, so they have to find a new place. We need to sit down again. And we know the clock is running in Jersey City. I think it's a real mistake for Jersey City to take over the animal shelters. I think it's a possibility to allow, again, Liberty Humane to go on, but with city oversight. Now, I don't mean somebody stopping by every 3 months. I mean some real city oversight. Maybe we enter some sort of an agreement with a retired vet. We can have a consultant who stops in there once or twice. Well, you don't have to be on someone's shoulder 24/7, but somebody who could go in there once a week, twice a week, whatever the case is, and be able to make sure things are running well. And those people have to report to the city. Simple as that. If they don't, what's your threat? You're going to take it away? we got to come up with some other ways to make sure they respect the wishes of the city, or in this case, the wishes of the county, all the municipalities. Whether it's county run or we bring in all the municipalities into this, whatever way you want to do it, again, shared services. The more we can share services in Hudson County, the better it is for everyone. And animals, they're here. They're like us. The more we keep developing, the more we keep displacing them. We keep talking about cats and dogs. There's a lot of animals out there. The best approach, I think, is for the city to host their guns right now with Liberty Humane. I don't know if you can go month to month with them, whatever the case is, but build a shelter that works. Learn from the mistakes. Years ago, I was involved with the Assisi Center. Tommy Hart, former councilman in Ward D, ran it, and he did a good job. It wasn't a kill shelter, and that's probably one of the biggest problems, a kill shelter, where we just adopted a cat recently, Tabby, and there were a lot of cats we were considering. There was a cat, Loki. We had Tabby for about a year or so. Loki had some illnesses, and we would have adopted, but she had some heart problems where you had to take Loki into the vet to get a cardiogram, EKG, whatever it was, like once every 3 months, and they told us, of course, about $1,000, $2,000 to do it. And I said, well, I'm assuming the shelter was doing that. I said, you keep doing it, and we'll be happy to take the animal. But that didn't work. Finally, Loki, after over a year, was finally adopted. But my wife is always looking at the shelters and what pets are still there and what pets, and most of them have now been adopted over the last year. There are good shelters. We don't need a huge shelter. Maybe you have one huge shelter, and we have satellite shelters from there scattered through Hudson County. They don't have to be monstrous. Even the one where Liberty Humane is, probably property values alone doesn't make that an ideal location anymore. Maybe we look at my old neighborhood, Dog Patch, Jersey City, the foot of St. Paul's Avenue down there, to put an animal shelter. And like I said, we could have satellite ones scattered through. There are some very successful shelters, but they're usually not big. That's where the problem runs, when you have a very large shelter with a lot of animals. I would go, and I will talk to Mayor Fulop about this sometime during the week, about probably allowing Liberty Humane to go month to month, instead of bringing it into the city, and work with the other municipalities, because Bayonne has outside sources where they outsource their animal shelter. I think Weehawken's doing it, Union City, whatever their situation. We all have the same problem. We should be able to sit down and find a solution to that problem with all the municipalities working together. Do all the municipalities need animal control? Probably not. We're pretty close. We're very dense here in Hudson County. Hoboken, Jersey City, Union City, do they all need animal control? Probably not. So there's ways you could save money and improve the system. We need good professionals, and I'm sure there are some at Liberty Humane and all these other shelters, the smaller ones, they seem to work well. We should try to bring them all in. Again, bringing everything to the table, like we said with the mental health. Bring all the assets to the table and find a system that works instead of just throwing good money after bad. But there is a way to make this work. The thing is, you got to want to make it work. And bringing it in-house to the city is going to cost people in Jersey City money. So let's try to cut down the expenses, try to cut down the liability, and work with the other municipalities too. Again, we even cut more expenses, because at the end of the day, you're paying for it. So the best solution we can come up with animal shelter situation in Jersey City, and look at it countywide. Even if we don't do it with the county itself, we involve the other municipalities. But there's a way to do it when there's a will, and that's what we need. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Bath, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here. You there. I'm doing a show because you're there. All right, our last segment. The Jim McGreevey paradox. As you know, Jim McGreevey, the former governor of New Jersey, Jersey City-born guy. He left for a while, then he came back, unlike Bill O'Day, who stayed here the whole time. Announced he's running for mayor of Jersey City last week. Bill O'Day is going to announce this week, I believe. Yes, this week. I think it's Friday. He's going to announce on the 18th. Every news program had McGreevey on there. Again, we're almost like 2 years away from Election Day. Everybody had McGreevey on there, talking to him about his run for mayor of Jersey City and revisiting the past. Now, McGreevey made some missteps there. Even my guy, Fernando Uribe. Fernando had him on his show. Fernando does like 5 different shows a week. He had him on there. I'm sure somewhere along the line, McGreevey will be in our studio, whether with me or Fernando again or John Highness. One of us are going to have him in there, and eventually we'll have him in there for the debates. I don't know, maybe we should have like mid-campaign debates or something like that. All these interviews, they brought up his missteps of the past. You know, he hired his boyfriend to be Homeland Security. That got out. There were other situations where associates were, dipping their beak, getting in trouble, getting jammed up. They were all connected in one way or another to Jim McGreevey. What McGreevey is basically asking to do now is forgiveness for his past missteps. Now, again, he didn't commit any crimes. Nobody's charged him with anything. He didn't go to jail. He resigned his position as governor, and then he went on to rebuilding himself. And he's done a pretty good job of that. Do we judge McGreevey by the short time he was the governor of Jersey and those missteps occurred? Or do we look at what he's accomplished and what he's done over the last 20 years? So that's the paradox. Now, if you've seen the Twitter feeds and the social media after McGreevey's announcement, some people weren't ready to, give him a second chance. It's basically what he's asking for. Forgiveness and give me a second chance. I'll do better. I'm more mature now. I'm a smarter person. Are we going to hold him to what he did 20 years ago, or are we going to look at what his track record is for the last 20 years? Did he see the error of his ways? I'm going to assume he has. Because in the last 20 years or so, guy has accomplished a lot. He's helped a lot of people, quite a few people. In those 20 years, since those 20 years, he's resigned, especially with the reentry program. He's stopping inmates from committing crimes again and becoming valued members of our society. Restaurateurs, truck drivers, they're all gainfully employed. Most of the ones he worked with, they didn't go back to jail. They didn't commit another crime. So he should be applauded for that. I really didn't know Jim McGreevey as governor. I got to know McGreevey to a degree when he was running for governor against our guy, Brett Shumler. Brett Shumler was the mayor of Jersey City. When I started the radio show, Jersey City's Talking, Brett was the mayor. And the first person I interviewed, and I spoke to Brett about the show, the concept of the show, helping people in Jersey City, promoting Jersey City. And unbeknownst to me, Brett Schundler knew me. I did not make a connection with Brett Schundler. And he never even brought it up until I was doing a story with Brett after 9/11, after the terrorist attacks, and he was stuck in Israel. And I went to interview him at his office down on Monmouth Street. And he goes, you don't remember me, do you? Or you don't know me, I think he said. And I'm like, excuse me? You were the mayor of Jersey City. He goes, no, Kim Schundler, Schundler Industries. And I said, yeah, I used to repair their tractor trailers. Yeah, it's my father. So I would walk by Brett. I dealt with his father all the time. I used to repair and maintain the fleet for Schundler Industries. Good guy, Kim Schundler. Hopefully he's still alive, too. He's a good guy. I should ask Brett the next time. I didn't know that McGreevy, but I did get to know the McGreevy that resigned from office and went on to rehabilitate himself and accomplish so many things. I didn't know Governor McGreevy. I know after Jim. I know the Jim McGreevy after all the missteps. And it's a hell of an accomplishment. So we have a decision to make with Jim McGreevy, and there's going to be other, I'll get into that too. How do we look upon Jim McGreevy? I wish Glenn Cunningham was still alive. Glenn Cunningham knew him well. So I know we had some meetings I recall back in City Hall about McGreevy versus Schundler. I had a problem with him talking about drive-by shootings in Jersey City. I remember telling Glenn and Bill Ayala, come on, what are we phoning this guy for? What are we working with this guy for? He's the mayor of a mall. Glenn, I'll never say that again. Do want to get that. Mayor of a mall. Like I said, I know the after Jim, and somewhere along the line, we all got to make a decision. Are we going to judge Jim McGreevy on the short time as he was the governor of Jersey City, or do we look at his body of work for the last 20 years, the after Jim? That's the Jim I know, the after Jim, after being the governor. And that's a decision we all got to make. And it's going to be a very long campaign for mayor here in Jersey City. It is unusual how early we're starting this. So you and I are going to have to make that decision when we go into that voting booth. How are we judging Jim McGreevy? The McGreevy that made the missteps, or after Jim, as I call it. You're going to have McGreevy. You're going to have Billy O'Day, Joyce Waterman, and the maybes, James Solomon. And keep this in your back pocket. There could be a second go-round for Jim McGreevy with our ex-mayor, Brett Schundler. But there's the decision. That's the paradox. We're all going to have to make that decision, and we're going to have a lot of time to get a lot of information as we go forward with this campaign. I know my studio will be involved. Johnny will be with Hudson County View Live, Fernando, and we'll do debates, and we'll bring these guys in. All right, I'm out of show. Again, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I'll catch you after the holidays. Good night.